You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about the Tennessee Titans. We know as of right now, they are the one team that for sure has an NFL coaching vacancy because they just fired Brian Callahan. They got a new quarterback, Cam Ward. He has struggled this year. I do think he's got potential. I do, but we know a lot of times that's got to do with coaching. I've seen quite a bit. It's kind of weird because, like Marcus Mariota, for example, in case you guys did not realize this, Marcus Mariota was the highest-rated PFF quarterback for 3 weeks in the league while Jaden Daniels was out. And one's got to wonder, is Marcus Mariota going to be one of those guys that puts together a second act after 32 years old? I don't know. It's still crazy to me that him and Jameis missed so bad, and both of them missed. You know, even though Mariota flashed at times, and I'm really bringing him up because, well, he was drafted by the Titans. So, top coaching candidates, and I don't know if this is going to I don't know that this is going to excite many Titans fans, but it's a guy you guys know very well. The number 2 under Mike Vrabel. And there's another guy we'll take a look at. He would excite me a lot more, I think, considering you've got a young quarterback. And there's a couple of other guys out there that not a lot of people are talking. Again, if I could get Jon Gruden, he would be my guy here. Mike McCarthy would be a guy, considering how good Dak Prescott looked. People forget, just a couple of years ago, before Prescott got hurt, people were talking MVP. People were talking MVP this year for Dak. The problem is his damn defense can't win him any games. I mean, honestly, if the Cowboys were on track to win 11, 12, 13, 14 games, it'd be him and Baker Mayfield right now for the MVP. You know, but Dallas can't stop anybody. According to DraftKings Sportsbooks, Arthur Smith has the second best odds at a plus 500 to land the Titans' vacant coaching position. The following name would scare the shit out of me if I'm a Titans fan. Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator Matt Nagy has the best odds at a plus 400. Good God. I can't even believe that's... And look, you may be like, why is he even coming up? They're not the only one. DraftKings not the only ones bringing up Matt Nagy. John Middlecoff, I believe, brought him up this morning on a podcast I was listening to from the last couple of days. Another one of these guys. I'm sorry, but, I mean, if you ask me, who do you want, Matt Nagy or Kliff Kingsbury? I'm taking Kliff Kingsbury. I'm like, you know what? I want to see what Kliff can do with somebody besides Kyler Murray. We know what he can do with Jaden Daniels. It's looked pretty damn good. And, again, are we sure Kyler Murray's a guy? Kliff Kingsbury deserves significant credit for tailoring an offense around 2024 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jaden Daniels. The Titans and the Giants might picture Kingsbury doing the same for their current rookie quarterbacks. Notably, the former 28-37 Cardinals head coach refused an interview request this last offseason. The other one, Mike McCarthy, certainly a guy I would take a look at. 125-77-2 in 13 seasons, 49-35 in 5 with the Cowboys, and we know how hard it is to navigate Jerry Jones. If you haven't watched that Netflix documentary yet, you need to. It's one of the top maybe 3 documentaries I've ever seen. It may be the best sports documentary I've ever seen. And that's in a world where that Michael Jordan documentary exists. But you got like Steve Spagnuolo, Jesse Minter. I'm sorry. I'm getting a guy that's been a head coach. I'm going after a guy that's been a head coach. Arthur Smith has long ties to the Tennessee organization, and another strong season with the Steelers could have him in contention to get back into head coaching. He was among 23 candidates for the job listed by the Tennessean on Monday. Smith, 43, was with the Titans from 2011 to 2020. Quality control coach, and in 2 years as OC. Done a little bit of everything there, it looks like. At his last post, he led the Titans to some of their best, most recent success with a number 10 offense in 2019, and Tennessee made it to the AFC Championship game with the number 4 offense in 2020 when they won the AFC South with an 11-5 record. And they're not, they're not burning up the planet right now in Pittsburgh, but, overall points per game, they're 14th in the league, and they were 13th in the league last year, points per game, right? So, that's something to consider. And points for the Titans, 8th and 12th. Back in 2019, 2020. The problem you got is when he was actually the head coach of the Falcons, that points per game was not good. 28th, then it went to 20th, then it went to 23rd. He went 7-10 in all 3 seasons. It just feels like a bunch of mid. If you're a Titans fan, I would guess that feels like a lot of mid. You may be like, yeah, but Kliff Kingsbury is, look, at least I know with Kliff, he feels like he's more suited to create a customized offense for whatever quarterback he's actually working with. Whereas it feels like with Arthur Smith, it's a lot of, I still need you to run my system. Although, I will say this about Arthur Smith. Justin Fields looked a damn sight better last year with Arthur Smith than he has this year with the New York Jets. All right? There was many people in that Steelers organization that thought Justin Fields should have never been benched last year, and he should have been the quarterback all year instead of Russell Wilson, including leading them into the playoffs. And Justin Fields has been a train wreck, no longer looks like a starter in the league. Just to be brutal about it. So, again, Mike McCarthy, I would understand that. With what he was able to do working with Rodgers and working with Dak, and you having Cam Ward, yeah. So if I was to rank my candidates, Gruden, McCarthy, Kingsbury, you might be able to talk me into Arthur Smith, but he might be like 5th or 6th down the list. Honestly, want me to keep it real, and I know North Carolina's a wreck? Bill Belichick. I'm just saying. Look, Belichick is more suited for the National Football League than he is college. Now, the only problem with that is he's not going to be able to get Josh McDaniels. And honestly, I think that's one of his biggest problems at North Carolina, is that he was not able to get Josh McDaniels because Josh McDaniels wants to stay in New England and in that area. If Josh McDaniels ever becomes a head coach again, it's probably going to be college, and it's probably going to be like UMass or BC. But Tennessee's nice. I don't know. It's a nice area. A lot of people are moving in there. Tell me what you think. Who do you want as a Titans fan? I can't think of anybody in college right offhand that just... No, I can't think of any. Would they make a run at Kirby Smart? Not too far from there. I don't know. I don't think he would leave Georgia for that. For that job, I don't think so. Now, could I see Kirby leaving for, the Dallas Cowboys or a job like that? Yeah, maybe, but not. I don't think the Titans. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.